is a building. Okay, let's go inside. Okay. 2 people. Let's talk to the first one.
So that's how it is.
Shepherd Krail. Ah, you must be the company from Luskan Ulbrich spoke of, and I heard of your actions on the docks. Quite impressive. Never again will I say nothing good ever comes from Luskan. We were told that you were the watch commander and the paymaster. Pay is 1 gold coin a 10-day, payable in a month advance, and for your actions upon the docks, Ulbrich has authorized me to reward you with additional sum. If you do not have equipment, then you will need to visit the BioWare trading depot in town and purchase what you need. If you are wounded while serving in the guard, report here and Nolan in the corner there and will tend to your wounds. If you do not have lodgings, then we will make arrangements for you to be lodged here on the grounds or have one of the abandoned buildings in town. Okay. We can make our own arrangements. Where is our post? Each company serves a rotation on the Palisade. Of late, most of our efforts have been focused on constructing the Palisade rather than manning it, and that will be your first assignment. There is a breach in one of the outer Palisade walls from the last attack. Our engineer Olaf Team Waiter has told me he is in need of wood to repair it, but there seems to be some trouble in getting it from the docks. Yeah, we know it already. I do not have time to attend to the matter myself. Seek Olaf out and find out what he needs. You should be able to find him at the northeast Palisade. Now make haste, the goblins will attack us at any time. Alright. What about the second guy? Nolan the healer. Look, mercenary, if you have any goblin wounds you need me to tend, fine, but I'm not in the mood for any more cases of frostbite, understand? Let's brush him off. I don't know who you are, but I don't care much for your tone. Maybe you could better explain yourself before I lose my temper. I'm Nolan. I am the healer here at Palisade. If you're in need of serious healing, however, I would head to the pavilion inside the gates. Those 2 blustering war priests can help you more than I could. Your cloth marks you as a follower of the god of trade and wealth. Indeed, I am in the service of Wokin. I was shipped to Targos as penance for my superior Queen Silverfinger. That little runt claimed green ran too quickly in my blood, so I was sent here to seek out new truths. A ridiculous pretense from a ridiculous halfling. In any event, since my attempt to convert the local drunks, barbarians and those damned nature worshippers in the south to see the possibilities of trade have proven all but worthless. My job is to help the Targus guard and try to keep the man from bleeding death from a goblin arrow. So this filthy shack is now my base of operations. If you're in need of any healing, you'll find me here. You have some sort of problem with nature worshippers? Well, I admit I don't care much for nature priests and their penniless pays, or even rangers in general. I wouldn't mind having a few more on our side right now. Why? We could use more men that know the lands surrounding Targos, or at least are more in tune with nature. Their tracking skills could help us find the goblin camp. Maybe even use their magic to enlist some of the tundra animals to tear those goblins apart. That will be something to see indeed. Okay. So you're talking about magic. Yes, well, you know, I understand. I don't bear any love for their questionable faith and total disregard for wealth and trade, but I have seen druids and exceptional rangers close the ground to sprout vines and tangle up an entire horde of goblins. That little entangling enchantment makes goblins quite easy pickings for archers. Any other spells or charms you think are useful? In mercenary companies in the south there was nothing better than a wizard with sleep magic. Even one of those spells can turn the tide of battle. If you get a clump of enemies together, goblins, orc, wolves, they all just lie down and take a nap, and you can put them to sleep permanently with a hammer to the skull. Till then, though, we have to make do with Oswald's battles of flaming oil. That's good enough for scattering goblins when there are no mages about. There should be a flask or two in one of the crates in here, if you haven't plundered them already. Good advice. What were you saying before about enlisting the animals? I have seen druids and rangers turn wolves right back on their masters with just the right look, charming them where they stand. I would love to have some of those fellows around. If any goblin wolves jump the walls, a dead goblin who has been killed by one of his own hounds is worth its weight in gold. Okay. I think that my druid can do this. I know that he's talking about Ulbrich's wife. Also, war priests have scrolls and potions. So Shafford ordered you to stay here. Yes, and that's the order I didn't mind following. The best place for a healer or spellcaster is here if goblin arrows start flying. I'm no soldier and my health isn't nearly half that of a real fighter. So, what about goblin attacks, the last one? There is at least one tribe in the area, but that's all we know. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I don't care for much for nature priests and their penniless. I know that, yeah, I'm going to report to engineer named Olaf. The dwarf? Well, last I heard Olaf was at the northeast of Palisade. You should find him near the wall if you look hard enough. Alright. So there is one crate actually. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
And it's locked. It must be a healing potion. Good. Those are bottles of flaming oil.
Like an arrow.
Okay, let's explore the Palisade first. Alright.
On my way.
This building has been boarded up. From what you can see of the interior, it looks like it was gutted by flames. There is nothing inside. Okay. Okay, I see some usable items. Let's see what we can scavenge. Crossbow bolts. Another crossbow, okay.
Me? Here I go.
What are these guys? Colder. If you have come to because Shuffle told you to check on us, tell him we have almost got the trouble fixed, alright? No, but I'm curious, what trouble? Well now, it's this catapult been giving us a little trouble, it's all nothing we can solve. Did you build this catapult? We built this piece of wood rot infested junk. No, I had no part of this. We built some of the other catapults in the compound, but this one we pulled up from one of the merchant ships in the harbor. Okay. So you don't need any help, right? No, I'm handling it. Now you look will be best go to your post. Okay. You don't look like you're handling it. Look, for the last time, there is no concern of yours. I just need a proper hammer to drive a few nails back into the supports, and the matter will be settled. Now, get your post now. Alright. Let's provoke him one more time. We could go find you a hammer if you need one. By the gods, are those ears of yours are just for snow, for show? I want a hammer. I don't want you to fetch me one. I want you to go about your business. It's so funny. Look, you have already done most of the work and we don't have anything to do. Why don't you let us pinch it in? Alright, I need the help with this damnable club. It's worthless for pounding nails in the supports. So yes, if you have a hammer, that will be help. Okay, if you will find one, we will give you one. If you will find one, then I will welcome it. Come back if you have one. Else I'll just keep using this crop and trying to pulse these nails in. Okay. Do you need any hammer? I know this is stupid, but it's still funny at the same time. Maybe I should check the warehouse. Okay, he looks like an officer trying to boost the morale of his soldiers. Come on, you dogs, you want the goblins to use you to sharpen their axes? Look alive, move, huh? You lost? As of I might drive a blessing of sorts on your recruits and crush any thoughts of flight in the battle to come. Huh? Elsewhere, we will take any blessings we can get. Be my guest. Very well, gather your men around and let the storm will teach them how to become a storm in the fury of battle. I had forgotten how much I wanted to kill those goblin bastards for attacking Targos. I feel like I could kill a mountain of them and still have enough strength to kill a mountain more. We will defend Targos to the death. Yes, to the death. No, remember my speech. There are things worse than death, and these recruits will suffer them at Talos' hands if you don't defend Targos with every shred of your being. Alright. Not bad at all. Now they will fight better, I suppose.
Ready? Fine.
Yeah. Use another flaming coil, but another battle with flaming coil.
So that's how it is.
What are those? Isherwood. What you be needing, friend? If you brought any arrows for trade, then you have doubly welcome among the Western world. No, but sure, I could give you some.
Yeah. Okay.
But apparently I cannot sell him anything.
Yeah?
Although...
What's up? Here I go.
arrows for trade. Is that another soldier?
Good.
What now?
Okay, I can see
Like
that.
an arrow.
What? Good.
Let's see what else I can fetch. Oh, okay. Quite a lot of stuff actually. So I should give this to Barbarian. These two druids. Halbert. Okay.
Eh?
So, Archer.
So that's how it is.
These guys look different. Those are mercenaries. You hear about the attack on the docks? I hear a bunch of goblins crawled in through some old smuggler tunnels and killed a few soldiers. Yep. So the soldier. Okay. Gates are closed. Man, looking for a post? No, I'm not. I'm on assignment for Shefford. What's this enclosure here? It's a toothed circle, I believe is what it's called. Ulbrich had us build this along with the Palisade. So what is it used for? Once we realized we might be facing a goblin tribe or more, Ulbrich had us build this. Apparently goblins tend to charge full ahead, and this enclosure is designed to hurt them if they break through the gate. We're building platforms on top of the enclosure for archers and spearmen, and it is hoped once the raiders are lured into this pen, we can wipe them out while keeping our losses to a minimum. Okay. But what's to guarantee the goblins will be driven in here? Right now there is gaps near the front of this circle, and the goblins could run around this enclosure. I fear it won't be complete before the goblins choose to attack us again. If so, then we should expect a tough fight if they break through the gate. Speaking of which, can you open the Palisade gate for us? We wouldn't mind doing some scouting. I'm afraid I can't. Ulbrich has ordered the gate sealed. Still, if the attackers break down the gate, there is little to stop you from roaming beyond the Palisade. Alright. Looks cool. Fort. Oh, I didn't see you step into my shadow here. You're a member of one of the mercenary companies. I prefer not to answer. Something wrong with this building? You were staring at it pretty intently. I